All right, tuning in from Wicked Craft Co. on Salem Street in the North End.
Welcome to the You Could Do Both podcast. I'm Court.
This is Ashley.
And we have another guest speaker, ladies and gentlemen.
Sophia.
Heyo. We have
Hello.
Sophia Romeo in the house, in the Wicked house, actually. The Wicked
Ooh,
house.
the Wicked
Yo,
house.
Steve, I have a brand change for you. No, I'm kidding. The Wicked house. How good does that sound?
It's like the hype house.
I think that's why I like it.
so
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
So we have Soph here today. For the loyal listeners or anyone in Courtney's life, you know who Soph is. But for those that don't know, can we give a little intro?
We need an intro.
Actually, before we even give the intro, how do we know Soph? Let's dive into this. So you guys have briefly heard this story, but let's hear how you guys met. I don't know which one of you wants to kick it off.
Well, honestly, it was just any other day for Sophia. It was a little different for me. Long story short, this was my hinge date that was a failure by definition, but it ended up turning into this beautiful best friend, soulmate, roommate situation,
Yes.
which is in essence Sophia Romeo. Tune into, we'll link the episode, but went on to a hinge date. Literally couldn't have gone. No, it could have gone much worse. But we ended up going to the beach. Poor man. So
You're alive to tell the tale, so.
I know. Basically, we ended up going to the beach, and Sophia was there with her boyfriend at the time, ex now, hard ex. We met there, and she was looking for a roommate. I was also looking for a roommate. And that's about it. We moved in with one another without really knowing each other, but just like by convenience, we felt each other's energy. We just like, it was meant to be type of situation. And we lived with each other for the past year and a half, almost 2 years. And we just moved into a brand new, beautiful apartment in a new part of Boston together as of last week. So
It's amazing.
Would you add anything else to that?
No, that was great. Great
Okay.
synopsis.
Okay, perfect. Well, so that's Soph. And the reason we brought her on today is because she has a certain way of operating through life that is just so admirable. And it honestly ties in very nicely to our last episode topic, which was comfort zone. Long story short, she's a yes woman. Like she lives her life to the absolute fullest. And she takes risks more than anyone else I know. Safe risks sometimes, you know, like I know that's like a oxymoron. That's the word, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
you sound like me.
Yeah.
I know. Ashley, you're rubbing all on me.
In the literal worst way.
No, but she is a yes woman, and it has gotten her to some really, really cool places and situations in life. And so we're just really excited to have her on.
Yeah, 100%. Wait, a little background on you, though. So you went to school in Boston.
Yes.
And I feel like that's really cool because I think you've made a lot of connections through that.
Absolutely.
And now you live here. You know the places to go. Like, you know where to go.
Mhm.
And you have, it seems like you have a lot of friends. So I don't know what else to really say about that. But I
No,
just wanted to give that background.
It's awesome because obviously Ashley and I went to school in the area. We lived in the North End, but moving in with Sophia and her going to school like in the city, she had a whole different kind of landscape, like know of the land than we did. So I feel like still today I'm like learning from you of like where to go, what to do. And because you're a yes man, like you've done a lot and you're down to do anything. And so we have a lot to learn, and you all have a lot to learn, honestly.
Yeah. Wait,
guys are
first
pumping my
question. So you moved in with basically Court and all of her friends.
Yeah, strangers.
How intimidating was that? And what made you choose that?
So I actually have never like chosen a roommate I've knew before, like going into college when I studied abroad.
What?
I always went random.
Was that a conscious effort to do that?
Yeah, like I think so. I don't know. I just never.
So
It's
fitting.
her way of living.
Yeah, it was never really a thought. Like I didn't care going random. Like I think I'm relatively easygoing, so I'm not gonna hate someone. I've heard a lot of roommate horror stories. I've never had anything terrible. I've always had great relationships with my roommates. Yeah, it was never. I don't know. And I met Courtney, so it felt comfortable. And then I obviously stalked Sam and Camila on Instagram, and they seemed cool. Like
Yeah.
it never seemed too scary. I don't know. It was just never a thought like I'm going random with a roommate for college or I'm living with strangers. Like before I met Courtney, I was on Craigslist looking for random people, and I was like poaching 35-year-old like married couples. Like, hey, do you have an extra bed?
Only you.
Like I just didn't care because, like, worst comes to worst, I hate my roommate or I hate the living situation. I just move out.
So true.
Like nothing's too permanent.
Yeah.
You know.
Also, she's just like never in the apartment anyway because she's a yes woman. She has plans literally all the time.
Yeah.
But it literally could not have worked out better. And also when I met her, I was like, I just see her vibing with Camila so well. Like I just knew you guys would be like best friends. Like that was like one of the first things. I was like, of course, like we're best friends, but I was like, I just see you guys connecting on another level. And honestly, I'm a connector. I've always felt that in like in my deep being, whether it be brands to customers, whether it be people in my life. Like I feel like that's my purpose, and you're the epitome of that.
Oh, I love that.
No, seriously.
God.
Anyway, not to get emotional.
Okay, wait. Before we get into your stories, so describe to us what your definition of a yes woman is.
Ooh, I think it's just kind of like a way of life, a mindset of just seizing opportunity and like choosing your own destiny almost.
Oh, we're getting deep.
Yeah. No, I wrote this down. I read a book that had this quote in it. It says, "You'll never find joy in a life you didn't choose." And I think that saying yes to things is actively choosing what you want to do. Like if you're seeking adventure, like be adventurous. If you're seeking spontaneity, be spontaneous. If you're seeking travel stories, travel. And like saying yes to these opportunities are so, like that's me choosing my path and choosing my future. And I don't know, I guess that's what being a yes woman is just
I love
taking
that.
opportunity.
I've like never heard it said like that before, but I think we've had these conversations. I've definitely had these conversations with you lately too, I feel. But like when you are aspiring to be somewhere or be like someone or be something, you need to throw yourselves into situations where you could meet people that are doing those things, and like you basically fake it till you make it. So like if you want to be, this is like this doesn't apply to any of us, but like if you want to be a personal trainer and you want to have like compete in shows, like you're gonna get a membership to like the best gym so that you can be around those people, you could learn, you can observe, and you eventually grow into that. And I've never heard it quite like that. If you want to be like a fucking adventurer, like you need to like travel, you need to do this, that's a silly example, but that's very amazing. And I don't know, she's so profound and eloquent.
I love that.
I knew this was gonna be a good episode, but it's gonna be real good. That was your definition of a yes woman. Tell us, like, when we say the words or the phrase yes woman, like, give us an experience that comes to mind to you specifically. So you went to Suffolk, which Ash had mentioned. Tell us about like your college experience and like we'll start from the beginning and like we'll kind of evolve into where we are today.
Yeah.
But tell us about like your college experience in Boston and like you were the commencement speaker. I'm gonna just say it. That is like
but also this story that at least I've heard through the
grapevine.
Soph has told Court and Court's told me, but it's pretty amazing. Actually, we've technically told it on the pod before.
Yeah, because Soph's been featured a few times.
Yeah.
But tell it through your eyes.
Yeah, I mean, you guys mentioned it. I fully manifested that for myself. Like, ever since I knew that you could apply to be a graduation speaker, I just knew, like, I just saw myself being the graduation speaker. There wasn't an option. Like, I just knew it. And so when the time came, I applied. I was actually at Courtney's house writing my speech, practicing it for her parents. And it came to fruition. I mean, on my bucket list was to have a crowd of more than 1,000 people applaud for me. Like, nothing specific, but I just wanted...
I feel like that's very specific in general.
Like, specific,
I would have never
but
thought.
not for anything.
Yeah,
like,
it could have
doing
been
it
for anything.
Skill, speaking, I don't know, winning some competition that I would
Irish
enter.
dancing.
Yeah, Irish dancing.
I love that.
And I checked it off. And I don't know, I just knew that was going to be what I wanted to be, be what I wanted it to be. And I found, I think, a new passion maybe for public speaking. I never had done that on such a large scale. And I wasn't nervous, which kind of sounds annoying to say, but I thought I would get up there, black out, do my speech, and then be like, what did I sound like? What did I say? I'm so scared. But I was fully coherent the whole time, standing up there. Like, I really made sure I was present. I mean, partially because I was so prepared. I could memorize this speech. But yeah, I think I found a new passion and definitely pushed my comfort zone. Just wanted to feel the adrenaline of it, almost like an adrenaline junkie pushing these comfort zones. And that's that. And it made my parents really proud, and that made me really happy.
It makes me so proud.
And to put it into perspective, like, for those who don't know what a Suffolk graduation looks like, this is at Fenway Park. This was at, like, one of the best baseball stadiums in, like, ever in the MLB, right?
The oldest baseball stadium in the MLB.
Yeah, and it was in front of thousands and thousands of people, and it was not what you thought it would be. Would it have been at Fenway if it weren't for, like, post 2020?
No, it would have been at Blue Hill Pavilion, which is still cool. Like, it would have been its own unique, amazing experience. But the fact that it was at Fenway Park, like, it was truly an iconic moment that I'm so proud of.
Yeah.
And I will forever just, like, cherish that I got to do that.
Ash,
So
did you hear that?
What?
I heard SMART goal and I heard manifestation.
SMART goal. I don't
SMART
think we've
goal.
ever once said that on the podcast.
Like,
I know,
simple,
but
attainable, measurable,
yeah.
timely.
Maybe not so smart, but there was something quantifiable in there.
There was.
But that is just like, but tell us how, like, you got there, though. Like, you obviously were an amazing student. You were very well rounded. Like, tell us about your college experience in that sense.
Yeah, I think that, like, I might have had a leg up in terms of getting this opportunity because I just made myself very known on campus, I think. Again, I just signed up for every club. I joined every organization. I, like, took on leadership opportunities when I could. And so I think, like, professors and faculty, like, knew who I was. So when I auditioned, it wasn't a surprise. And, you know, I also think, you know, I was involved in all this stuff. It's a good advertisement for Suffolk. Like, this is an ideal student almost doing all these things.
Yeah.
I think I got on a lot of email lists and subscribed to a lot of things of opportunities that I would just respond to yes. Like, another thing with Suffolk, I was the photo shoot thing. There was just, like, an email sent out, oh, we need random B-roll content for advertisements, you know, students sitting in the park reading a book, at the library, in the dorms. And I just responded yes. I told my friends to say yes. Like, no one said yes, obviously, but I went anyway because I think they might have given us, like, a free coffee at Thinking Cup or something. So I'm like, yeah, I'll go. And then I got on the list of a student that's going to show up on time. And, you know, when they say they're going to show up, they're going to show up. So I got the next email, you know, sign up for this. Okay, sign up for this, sign up for that. And then I was having, you know, a solo photo shoot with outfit changes. And then all of a sudden, there's photos of me blown up in Miami Airport, hanging.
No way.
Yes.
Yeah, I kid you not.
And
What?
Tampa malls. Photos of literally me just standing there, arms crossed. saying,
We're gonna need some of these for the listeners to see.
They're everywhere. They're everywhere.
We need
You
to see
can find them.
all over Boston on the subways. Like, it was
Suffolk University,
everywhere.
Sophia Romeo.
Just my face. And it said,
Oh my god.
what did it say?
I don't remember. I
That's
just know the
insane.
power stance.
Like,
That's all I
changing the
remember.
world or something. And everyone was like, what did you change in the world? But it was an insanely just, like, weird, funny, crazy, awesome experience.
Yeah.
That is so random. And it's just, like, again, keep saying yes to opportunity. And then eventually something fun's going to happen. I mean, what bad would have happened in any of these situations?
Yeah.
But there's so many people out there that would see those emails come in and wouldn't think to say yeah. They're like, why would I do that? Why would I want to spend my time doing that? What's your driving force to doing it? Is it just because, yeah, hey, why not? Is that the driving force? Or is it like, oh, I genuinely find interest in this. Like, this could actually be so fun. Is it do it for the plot? Like, what's the vibe?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think it's like a culmination of all of that. Like, I think I just love people. And so any opportunity to meet someone new or, you know, do something new, I'll take advantage of. I also think it could be hilarious, so why not?
Yeah.
Do it for the plot,
Do it for
right?
the plot.
thickens.
For the bit.
Do it for the bit. Also, just why not? Like, if I do it and it sucks, what did I lose? Okay, maybe an afternoon, but I have a funny story. Or maybe
100%.
I don't lose anything and I just lose, or I just gain like another notch in my belt that I did something fun or did something weird, did something cool, did something no one else has done. Like, unless I'm actively putting myself in danger, it's kind of just like, let's go. Why not? Let's see what happens.
Totally.
Nothing is going to change. Like, I'll be right back where I started if this all fails, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm in a good place, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I love that. Question of the week to ask yourself. Let's just do it. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Like, what's going to go wrong? And then if you can list something that goes wrong, like, dig a little deeper into that. Why?
Yeah.
Is that really bad?
Yeah.
Maybe it just, like, thickens your skin a little bit, and that's probably good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Well, what has like not gone your way when you've said yes?
Ooh, good question. Good question.
Oh, I know this one. I think all these stories and, like, these explanations are just Suffolk examples, but
We'll move past college at
well,
some point.
But this is so funny. Like, I came back from study abroad. I studied in Florence, and I felt like inspired and and artistic and sexy, right? This European goddess coming back to this boring old city of Boston. So I decided that with that artistic energy, I should try out for every performing arts club at Suffolk. Meaning I'm auditioning for the hip hop group. I'm in this salsa
No, you're
club.
not.
She's singing a cappella all of a sudden.
Do you
And-
sing? Do you have a voice?
I
She
can
does.
produce
She
a
does.
sound.
Oh,
She
okay,
does, she
okay.
does. But not like winning American Idol. You know
right,
what I mean?
right,
Yeah.
right. Okay.
It's like I can sing and dance just like we all can. We all have
Okay.
the capability.
Yeah.
Me, not so much, but you both, yes.
Which also, this is a side note, but like normalize being bad at your hobbies.
Love
That's
that.
something I'm passionate
Ooh, I
about.
love that.
I love
It's
that.
like-
that should go on a t-shirt.
It's like
merch.
I think this is such a sidebar, but in society today, I feel like everything is for show almost, where to be good at something, you have to produce something worthy.
Yeah.
So, okay, I like to paint. Well, let me see paintings you've done. Are they good? It's like, can you just like something because it brings you happiness? You don't have to be good.
Yeah.
You can, for example, I like to skateboard. I literally suck at skateboarding, but it's a hobby I have and I like it. And I don't have to be good at it for it to be a hobby that brings me
I
joy.
love that.
And so, random aside, like with the singing and dancing, I like to sing and dance because it's fun. Am I good? That's up for interpretation, I guess. But anyway, back to my journey.
No, I love what you just said because, like, I'm even thinking to last episode, or probably like 3 episodes ago at this point, like rollerblading. We were talking about it and how I mean, I need to be all padded up because I'm not good at it, but that is what prevents me from doing it. Is because I'm scared I'm gonna fall, or I'm scared that I'm just gonna look stupid to people
Yeah.
that are walking by and like watching me. But it's like that's something I really enjoy, and if I just did it a couple more times, I'd probably be good, and I'd probably be able to take my elbow pads off and my knee pads off, and it would probably bring me so much joy in life. So like, why?
And
the fork
even
not?
if you do still have to wear the knee pads and you do fall,
At least
every
I'm
now and
fun.
then, as long as you're having fun,
Yeah, it's all
that's
about
all that
having fun.
matters.
At least I'm funny.
I
And
love
fear of
that.
judgment
Yeah.
and fear of like people thinking you look stupid, I think is such a such a thing that
Yeah.
prevents people from doing things that are fun. But I just try and think like anyone I've ever respected and admired would never judge me for doing something that brought me joy
Yeah.
and like judge me for doing something new. Like all the people I admire have done exactly what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
So
And people who are judging, anyways, it's a reflection of what they think of themselves.
exactly, they're probably insecure because they're wanted to rollerblade but can't,
Yeah.
and feel insecure because they think people are judging them when
Yeah.
really they should just join on in and everyone can rollerblade together and
Love.
get good.
Yeah.
I'm feeling inspired. But back to your
Same.
story.
Yes. Okay, so I'm auditioning for all of these things, right?
Okay.
And it's an audition. It's not a club you join, which I thought maybe it would have been.
Yeah.
Particularly the a cappella group. I had my song. It's called White Horse and a Cherry Tree. Not sure if you're familiar, but
I know that
great
one.
one. I
Tell me,
had to...
is there a video out there somewhere?
No. Oh, God.
Okay.
There's not.
Okay,
But
okay.
it was so awkward. So basically, there's 4 people, and a cappella, you just have to sing. Like, you just stand there, and they're like, okay, go. And then you just do it. Like, no music. I'm, like, snapping my fingers. I'm like, woohoo. Literally. And then It ends. They're like, okay, like we'll be in touch. Soon as I look at my phone, we have an email like, we loved your enthusiasm, but we decided to go with someone else. But it's like, okay, that's hilarious. Whatever. I auditioned. That's funny.
Yeah.
Then the hip hop group, which I really wanted the hip hop group.
Okay.
They're called Wicked.
Oh,
No
how fitting.
way.
How fitting.
But the eyes an exclamation point. So they're
Cute.
cool. You know they're cool.
So cool.
And I always, because I would always go to the spring showcase of all the performing arts groups because, again, it's a free show of talented artists. Like, that's so fun. I would always be that person that wasn't involved in the clubs but would join and watch. So I auditioned for Wicked. I'm walking there. I'm on the phone with my mom and sister saying, I'm going to show up and they're going to say, where has this girl been? Like, she's now a junior. Like, I can't believe she's starting so late in the game. Like, I love to dance just for fun. I really thought I had what it took. So I go. They start you off with how many years of experience do you have? Already. Didn't realize it was needing years of experience.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of like you show up.
I can move.
Yeah, and you learn together. I didn't think you had to have already the talent.
Yeah.
They give you a number like you're running a marathon that they pin to you. Because
my
there are
God.
like hundreds of people.
Yeah.
Maybe not hundreds, maybe 800. And they teach you the dance. And it's to Taste by Tyga is the song. It's like taste.
Taste, taste. She can get a taste. Taste, taste. She
Like, don't get chain, baggage claim. I remember baggage claim. You have to go like
I'm
that.
going to insert an audio clip of that right here.
It was so bad. So they're teaching you a dance. The girls at the front, all the captains and coaches are watching, walking through the rows of girls, learning the dance, watching you learn. And I'm just copying the girl up front. Okay, like I got the faces down, like, the hip hop faces,
Okay.
thinking they're going to think I'm great.
They're going to love it.
Then they say, okay, so you're each going to do it individually in front of everyone. Meanwhile, homegirl wasn't memorizing and learning. She was just copying as it was happening. So retention, 0 in terms of the choreography of this thing. 0. And so this one girl I made friends with is sitting next to me and she's like, I'm leaving. Like, we're leaving. Because we realized we were on the same level of maybe realizing we're in too deep.
Yeah.
And I said, you're staying and I'm staying and it's going to be funny. So we're staying. And she's like, if you do it, I'll do it. All right. They call up my number. I go, they play it. I actually have, except baggage claim, which I will remember to this day when I go like that. I did not know a single move. So what they call freestyled. I literally am just dancing, like freestyle. And there are 100 girls watching me. And I just remember ending. I went like this. And at this point, I'm like, okay, like people are smiling. Like I might have done well. Like even though I didn't have choreography, they'll see I had just raw talent or something.
Raw talent.
Just a natural. I go up. They're like, okay, thank you. Like you're all set, whatever. I walk off the stage, right? And I look and my number has flipped up. So they didn't even know what number I was. Never asked me to flip it down. Just like a lost cause. They're like, thanks. Like never even got an email like rejecting me, but we just knew. But the girl got a call back, the one that I encouraged to stay.
No way.
Yeah, she didn't make it, but she did get a call. They asked her to dance again.
Okay.
And so that was a fail also. So was my salsa career. That was very short. But it's a hilarious story.
Yeah, what a great story to tell.
And I got a free dance class.
Amazing.
And literally, why not? I don't care. I don't fear the judgment of, oh, she sucks at dancing. Like people are looking at you when you're doing something new and saying, wow, look at her putting herself out there.
Yeah.
They aren't saying, what an idiot. She sucks.
I think that comes with confidence. I think you have a lot of confidence. Do you think you've always been like that when it comes to how others perceive you?
That's a good question. I don't know. I think it's always a work in progress, confidence, and in different
Definitely.
layers and facets of my life, I have more and less confidence. But I think just with people, that's where I feel most confident is the adrenaline of being in a new environment. I think that's where I truly thrive.
Yeah.
Get comfortable being uncomfortable, right? That's what they say. So I think that's where just even if it's fake confidence, just have confidence,
Yeah.
and then it festers into real confidence.
Fake till you make it, baby.
Yeah, fake it till you make it.
Also, I'm just LOLing because this microphone looks like you're about to do karaoke because
Yeah.
it doesn't have like this foam thing, and it makes me laugh. when
Maybe I
look
should
at
do
it.
my audition.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah, no, there are like so many things to learn from you, because even like having lived with you, I saw it, and honestly you've inspired me in like more ways than I think you and I have both realized. Like, I am someone who's typically very social and very extroverted, but I also thrive in routine, and I stay in when you go out. Like, I will prefer a self-care night, but I feel like even the situations I've been in with you, or like the people that I've met through you, it's just like, thank God I had like someone out there to like push me to do certain things, even though I'm very well like capable of doing things myself, just like an added layer. And I think like that's also a takeaway, because your confidence and your yes woman nature is not something that's super natural to everyone. So it's like, make sure that you have other people in your life if you're not that person, or even if you are, like, make sure you have a diverse group of people around you. Like, some people that can like reel you in when you need to be reeled in, some people that could push you out and get you out into different situations that you would never be in because of them. And I'm just grateful.
Aww.
Girl, likewise, Illy.
Illy. But we've talked about college this whole time. You are so much more than Suffolk University. You are
Am
so
I?
much more. Aside from being the walking billboard, yeah, you are.
Literally.
Let's talk.
Rams.
Let's talk travel. You're a world traveler, my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And me having this insider information, I'm going to pull the story out of you. You've been like invited like crazy places. I've witnessed waking up with Sophia, not with Sophia, but in the same home as Sophia. And we're having our smoothie bowls together one morning.
We were.
And then all of a sudden she's packing for a flight. And I'm like, wait, hold up. This was never the plan. This was quite literally never the plan.
Yeah.
I'm just going to leave it there because you just have to tell a story.
Yeah. I mean, I have a friend who I met when I was studying abroad. He was also studying abroad, and he owns a travel agency. And obviously with that, he has partners and relationships with airlines and hotels and things. So he texted me and he goes, "How adventurous are you feeling right now?" Which I know
What a
Joe
great
texted
question.
you.
Yeah, he did.
I'm
It's
a
such a
loyal
great
listener.
question to like, I
Yeah.
don't know, to be asked.
It gets
Yeah.
people excited.
It does.
It also, like, I think in saying that to someone, they know that you're adventurous. That's why they're asking you the
Yeah.
question. So it also, like, makes you feel good.
It does, totally.
I feel like that challenges you too.
Yes.
Like, instead of saying, "Hey, want to grab a drink?" Like, how crazy do you feel right now? Like, do you want to grab it? Like, it's
Yeah.
almost I
Yeah.
dare you to
Yeah.
like do something
You're
new.
more likely to say yes.
Yeah.
Totally.
Maybe I
Back
should
to
start
you.
phrasing that when I ask you guys to hang out. How adventurous do you feel right now? Do you want to go to Bell in Hand?
Do you want to go to Wicked?
Yeah. Yes, I do. But he said, "How adventurous are you feeling right now?" And I was like, "Do you know me? I obviously, on a scale of 1 to adventurous, I'm feeling quite adventurous." And then he's like, "Do you want to go to London right now?" And I was like, "Yeah. What's up? What's the flight? Pass along the info." And
Middle of the workday, mind you. Middle
Yeah.
of the workday.
And shout out to my work for being flexible. You know, I was allowed to work from London, US hours and things like that. But basically, he was like, "All right, this is the flight info. Like, see you there." So then I just left and went to London. And it was super fun. It was almost like a solo travel trip because he was there for work reasons. So he was traveling around. Another friend of ours came who was also just had friends in London doing things. And I just traveled around. We met for meals and just had a sick trip. And it was so fun. And I mean, meeting someone like him, for example, who, like, I've traveled with him a couple different times, and just the nature of his job, he's constantly traveling. And another crazy story, the Miami one, which I haven't told you. Basically, a similar thing. He's like, "Where are you right now? What are you doing?" And I was in Connecticut, my hometown, just chilling with my mom. And I'm like, "I'm in Connecticut. I'm with my mom. Like, what's up?" And he goes, "I need you to fly to Miami right now." I'm like, "What now?" Right?
Why is no one begging me to fly to Miami?
He's like, "Can you do me a huge favor?" I'm like, obviously, yeah, because that's fun. And he, without giving away too many details of this situation, basically he had a client who needed a passport in Miami because they had forgotten theirs, and they from Miami were flying internationally, and he didn't want to send it in the mail. He wanted someone he trusted to deliver this passport. And he's like,
That sounds like special CIA.
no,
Yeah.
I felt like I was doing illegal things.
Wait, when was
so
this?
cool.
This was, I think we were living, no, this was before then. I forget when this was. Before COVID.
I don't think I know this story, but continue.
Before COVID. But basically he's like, can you do me a favor? And I'm like, well, I'm hanging out with my mom. And he goes, she can come. Bring her.
Shut up.
What?
So basically he's like, all right, you need to go to New York to pick up the passport from this guy. So he's like, I'll send you guys on a train to New York. To go there, puts us up in like this great hotel. Me and my mom. I'm like, Mom, we're going on an adventure. And I get all this from her. So I'm like, do I do this? And she's like, yeah, let's go. Like, duh. This is so fun.
This is a movie.
And so we're in, like, it was so funny. We're in the industry he's in is travel agent. He's a travel agent, but it's like a boutique luxury travel agency. So it's very nice hotels, like very nice.
Yeah.
Partners and things. And so we're in this gorgeous hotel in Manhattan, and me and my mom are in Times Square at the Old Navy, like buying our bags. We're like walking into our 5-star hotel with our like Old Navy, just like living our lives, thriving, just thinking this is the funniest thing ever. And so my mom doesn't come to Miami with me because it was just too quick of a trip, because it wasn't a trip, it was literally a delivery. He's like, I'll fly you there, deliver it, and then I'll fly you back to Boston. So it kind of saved me time because I didn't have to go back from Connecticut. But I deliver this passport. I meet the guy. I'm like, are you Rick or whatever his name was? And he's like, are you Sophia? I was like, yeah. It was in a manila envelope, like super sus.
Oh my God.
What
give
if you
it to
weren't delivering a passport?
You know, I never opened it because I didn't want to know. But it
Okay.
felt like a passport.
Okay.
And there,
Honestly, better not to know.
it was for sure like, I don't think it was anything illegal.
I guess
I don't
we'll never
think.
know.
I don't think.
I really hope not. Because I picked it up from the guy's dad. It was this whole thing. Whatever.
Just makes it funnier.
It was so random. And the guy's like, I have this for you. And just hands me like a bag, like a plastic bag. And I'm like, thanks. And then I just turn and like check back into like the airport. Like I didn't even leave. I literally like went to the airport, went back. And he had $500 cash and a pair of Beats headphones. And it's just like, here.
Oh my God, what?
And I was like, lit. I just made like some money and just had to like fly to Miami for like a sec. And it was so funny. And then I got to go back to Boston without even paying for a train back.
That's amazing.
And what we can learn from this story is
That's
no,
a unique one.
No, but the reason why he asks you is because he knows that you notoriously say yes to like crazy shit. And that you're just willing to put yourself in like random situations for the experience. Like you get offered situations and things fall into your lap because you've acted in certain ways before, and people trust you and they know that you're down for whatever. Yeah. And so that could take like many different iterations. That doesn't need to be this like random potentially sketchy situation. Like, that could be something work related. That could be something, anything. It could be romantic, like anything at all.
It grows exponentially, I think. Like you're saying, the more you say yes to things, the more people think you're going to say yes to things, the more they're offering things. Because no one wants to face rejection.
Exactly.
So if they're offering you something, they want someone who's they're assuming is going to say yes.
Yeah.
So.
And this is such a silly example, but like growing up, like when you're in high school, for example, and you ask like your friends to like come out, and you're like, you ask like these friends, do you want to come out with me to like this place with this friend group, whatever? They say no. You ask again, they say no. You ask again, they say no. Third strike, you're out. You're not getting asked again. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And just because you say yes all the time, like you're right, the probability of you being asked and being put in situations is higher to meet different people, to do different things.
Yeah, it definitely invites like
some
invitations, exploration. Yeah.
So for people that want to be more like you. They want to be a yes woman. They want to be flown to Miami for free and then back and happen to get a $500 bag with some beats in it and go to Europe on a whim. Like, would you have any tips for people to start implementing into their lives to be a little more like you?
Good question. Ashley, you're really good at asking questions.
Oh my God, thanks.
I think having friends in different places and having a very diverse group of friends invites lots of diverse opportunities. Like, I grew up in a small town, but as I went to college, I would join random clubs, do random things, have friends in every, aspect of my life.
Hoes in different area codes. Hey. No, I'm kidding.
And just like considering everyone a friend. I think I've recently like recognized I do that. Like, you meet one time, we're friends.
Yeah.
I'm reaching out to you on Instagram. If we're in the same city, I'm wanting to meet up. Just keeping in touch with people. I think that's really important to me, to keep in touch with everyone.
We need to we're taking notes right now.
No, I think it's so like, I also think there's probably like a complex there, and it's like deeper than just being in touch. I think maybe there's like a fear of losing someone. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
for sure.
But it's like, just, I don't know, keeping in touch. Like, swiping up on an Instagram, yeah, it's social media, but like knowing, like putting yourself out there, whether it's in someone's DM, oh, hey, like you're in Paris at the same time as me, let's meet up. Like, I
So
posted,
true.
I was in Costa Rica recently. I'm like, who's in Costa Rica? I'm traveling for the next 2.5 weeks on my own. Like, anyone in the area, drop tips, like, let me know. One of my clients from work was in the same place. I ended up meeting up with him and all of his friends. They went deep sea fishing, caught a tuna, and like we had fresh sashimi, like crazy things, just because you just want to. And now I'll stay in touch with him and everyone I met. And
Right.
that pool of people and opportunity just gets larger and larger and larger. It's like networking on a different scale almost.
Yeah. I feel like you're also just very open-minded, like with people, like with situations. Like, a lot of people don't say yes to things because they've never done it before, and they're unwilling to try because they're afraid of not liking it, which we've kind of touched upon already.
Yeah.
But on top of like having a diverse set of friends, like you have a diverse set of friends because you're open-minded and you're just like willing to learn. Like, if someone's like not your vibe, you'll still talk to them. You'll try to get to know them.
Mm-hmm.
You don't shut things out immediately just because you come in with some sort of like predisposition,
Yeah, I think that's definitely important, having an open mind and learning what you like and what you don't like. But even if you don't like something, it doesn't mean it's bad or that you shouldn't be exposed to it even.
Exactly.
It just builds more character within yourself. But I feel like with people, like if you just mindset, change your mindset, like, oh, this person's not my vibe, but it's also like, what part about them is my vibe and how can we connect in that way?
That's such a good question to ask. Or even if like maybe you don't like something about somebody, or like you don't quite vibe with them, it's like, well, why what about that do I not vibe with?
Yeah.
Maybe it's like kind of you projecting in a way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or I don't know.
reflect.
Yeah.
And also, we talked about this last episode or 3 episodes ago, the reflection or the challenges, like trying to challenge, like, why, if we don't know something, like, let's learn more about it. Let's see why people think the
Why
way
is
they
that?
think.
Totally.
And I feel like you do a great job of that.
Thanks.
I also think you kind of manifesting in a way, but it's like you are putting out what you want to attract. Like the energy that you're putting out there, I think is exactly what you are attracting. And that's kind of why all these opportunities come to you. Because you're putting out this open, happy, excited, like happy to be here, like such a good energy and such a good vibe out into the universe. And people want that back in their lives.
1,000%.
Which is really cool.
Nice. Sophia's the best energy to be around at all times.
Literally the best.
Actually, uplifting, shows you a good time, like in every sense of the word. But
Everything's fun. Everything in life is just fun.
it's a mindset. If you go into it saying that it's not going to be fun, or you tell yourself that it's not fun, then it's not fun. I've been in situations with you where like we enter a space and the environment and the energy is just not it, and you're just like, we should probably go. But it's like, or we could literally have a time of our lives, just us right now.
Yeah.
And we're the reason why we're having fun.
We bring the party.
No, and this was a joke that we made many, many times. It's like, when we go on first dates, it's like, are we having fun because they're fun, or is it because I'm fun and we're making it fun because we refuse to have any other time but a fun time?
I think I literally got that from you and Camila when you went on your double dates and you're like, oh, yeah, we don't really care who we're on the date with. Like, it's Camila and I, so like, of course you guys are having fun.
We had a blast.
Incredible.
Yeah. Even like dating, like putting yourself out there and almost training yourself to like have social interactions and be good in social interactions, like going on it on a first date purely just to expose yourself to a new person and see how you react.
Yeah, because then you can learn
awesome.
from it. You
It's
can
like
see
interview
what works,
practice.
what doesn't. Yes, 100%.
And it's amazing. And then if it is the worst first date ever, then you have a hilarious story, which I have plenty of, or the rock climbing.
Also, that just makes you so much more of an interesting person.
Yeah.
Like, putting yourself out there just makes you interesting. It gives you something to talk about.
Yeah.
How boring when somebody like plays it safe and has no funny stories.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's all obtained. Like, anyone can like have a funny story and put themselves out there. It's literally just doing it.
Yeah.
And I think that's so crazy to think about, like all these things that like I want, that we all want in life. You can just do it. And that's crazy to me. It's like, oh, I want to do
Mic
this.
drop.
Like, what if
Then
you can just do
it?
Like,
I
even you guys
know.
making this podcast, like, so many people talk about these things, but you guys just did it. And now here we are
Yeah.
at a sponsored location. Like, this, like, drinking the best drink I've ever had in my life. Because you just did it.
Exactly.
And that's this all opportunity. I feel like so many people, like, think that, and they're like, oh, like, what if people, like, judge us? What if people think we're doing this? And it's like, again, they're just mad that they didn't do it first.
Yeah.
so true.
I'm obsessed with you.
I'm obsessed with you.
Retweet.
I'm obsessed with you too, Ashley. I'm obsessed with you both. I'm obsessed with the pod.
Honestly,
I'm obsessed with
so
listening from
guys,
the
Yeah,
side.
tell the
Sophia's our-
story about the other day.
Sophia's our number one fan. Honestly, Sophia is just like
Damn.
a marketing and branding guru. That's what she studied in college, but like she's more of a techie girl now. And so
Yeah.
any type of like glimpse she has into it, she like wants to fucking take it and run.
Literally.
No, but it's like the best thing ever. So whatever. What sparked you to have all these brainstorming things?
When I
Like-
was spamming you guys,
Didn't you
but
send an
why?
episode to her or something that we
No.
were weary about?
Yes,
you guys
we-
posted on your Instagram story
Yeah.
and said, do we post or not post? Also, let me know why I asked like every single person in my life. I explained to them the context, I was like to my mom, like, do they post or not? You need to vote. Like, the people need, like, the democracy needs to vote. But like, even
Dedication.
even with Mike, I was like, Mike, like, explain to him. He's like, oh, they need to post it. It's authentic. And then I FaceTimed her.
Her and Mike were at dinner, FaceTimed me out at dinner,
I'm like, you gotta post.
and they both gave me their explanation as to why we should post.
So loyal.
Sophia was like, you need to hear Mike's explanation. I was like, we're both sitting at dinner, and I was like, give it to me, Mike.
Like, why is like me and Mike's topic of conversation
At
like you can
dinner.
do both podcasts, like if you should post? But it's just so funny because
I love it.
I just love you guys. But yeah, I was spamming your DMs.
Yeah, she basically, we posted post or not, she got very invested, and she literally sent us like 20 voice memos of like,
Of
this
all
is-
these great
this
ideas
is where it needs
that
to
we
go.
need to
This is
do.
what needs to happen. This is what I was like. Should we hire you to be our strategy consultant or
No, quite literally, yes.
Yeah,
Like, who am I? I'm like, go live, like do this on this date, like.
yeah.
You gave us some
Who do I
really
think
good
I am?
ideas
Break
that
out
we
the
had no
astrology
idea.
book, guys. Would you be interested if we broke out an astrology book and went live on TikTok and people like wrote in their signs and like we looked them up and saw if people were compatible?
I don't even think it's like the listeners who would be
Just, like,
interested. It's like
randos.
when you're scrolling through, I'd be like, oh wait, hold on, like let me see.
What is this?
Yeah.
And then like people would stay for like the off chance that we actually like answer them or like
Yeah.
recognize them and like
Yes.
whatever.
Well, I just have the best memory of being at your house, and you have
Yeah.
that big book, and we were all going through like saying our crushes, like if we're compatible with them, and I was completely hypnotized, and you knew
Yeah,
so
it's
much.
so fun,
It was so
yeah.
fun, and I would love to see that and participate in the comments asking if me and my crush are compatible. I want to know.
I'm done.
And I think about it all the time. Whenever I think of astrology, I just think of you and that book. I don't know. You have like association in my brain now.
Wait, that makes me so happy because I know nothing about astrology.
No, face ain't naked.
You're a
know more
Pisces
than you
though,
think.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is something I know about you, which you don't give me Pisces energy.
Really?
Because I thought they were like super, I don't know, very emotional.
Mhm.
When I think of a Pisces, I think a little more on the quiet
Sad
side.
almost.
Yeah.
No, but Sis is a Pisces as well. And it's just like
But-
someone who's very in touch with her
Yeah.
with their emotions.
I feel like Sis is very, well, actually, maybe that is a Pisces thing. Very, like, introspective, like,
Yeah.
knows I don't know, you guys actually
Empathetic,
both
very
say
empathetic.
things that are like, wow, yeah, I never really, like, makes me think deep. So maybe
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
But wait, what's your rising? Like, Sagittarius?
I don't know. Because I don't know my birth time.
All right, I'm declaring it now. It's a Sagittarius.
Okay.
Optimistic, outgoing.
It's my dad. My dad's
That's
Sag.
also my mom. Also, I have a theory. I don't know if I've ever said this on the pod. All of my favorite people in my life were raised by a parent that was a Sagittarius.
Wow.
Everyone. Joe, you, Gabby Sulo, Gabby from home. There's like 3 other people. But like all of my number 1 people in my life were raised by a Sagittarius.
That's so weird.
Yeah. Isn't that wild?
Well, I just found out that my rising and my like, what is it, ascending, descending
Moon?
signs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, whatever. I need to learn more about it. That's actually a goal of mine for this year.
Yeah.
We're halfway through. We're not making any progress. Anyway, Cancer, and everyone's like, to me that's weird. But
you are?
yeah, but
You're
also
a rising Cancer?
yeah,
That's weird.
it's not weird.
That's not what I would expect.
But
Because
also-
they're really emotional.
I don't
I
really
think.
know.
More than a Pisces.
My parents don't really know what time I was born, so I think that could be it. But people are like, "Oh, that makes sense because like I'm such a water baby, like because Cancer is water. That's a water sign."
Mm.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to look more into that. Anyway,
Okay, yeah, we'll do an astrology episode. But I think we are getting kicked
Yeah,
out of
we are,
here
yeah.
at 8, so let's wrap this
Okay.
up.
Any last tips? Any last words of wisdom that you want to share with the listeners?
Focus of the week. I think focus of the week for me is translating this like energy into corporate America.
Oh,
Because I think that I take a backseat and I need to like just speak up in a meeting. Like just say it, girl. Spit it out.
yeah,
You know?
Oh my God, I'm actually so surprised you aren't that girl.
I think a lot of people are, and then I don't know, it doesn't serve me well not being myself in my job. Like I'm in every other part of my job I am, except in meetings, I like listen to people because I think I have imposter syndrome that everyone's smarter than me, so why would I say anything when
Yeah.
I have nothing good to contribute, which
I feel that.
is a mindset I need to
Also,
change.
It might be like, I don't want to like put words into your mouth, but like women in technology.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
you're like surrounded by like men and maybe like people that aren't as social as you.
Mhm.
So you just assume that they're a little bit more like hard skill
Yeah.
greater than you in whatever way. I'm just like putting that out there. That
No,
could be
for
entirely
sure.
wrong, but like from what I've seen, that could be it.
No, that's for sure part of it. And I think I did that today. I had my first meeting, not my first meeting, but I had the first meeting of the week, and I really forced myself. I was like, I'm not leaving this meeting until I say something. Even if it's stupid, just make it known that I'm there, you know?
Yeah.
I don't want to be on mute, you know? I want to say something. So I said something. So I was proud of myself.
What'd you say? Hi.
I said, I was like, hey, y'all. No, I said like a customer success story or something,
yeah.
like who knows, but I was proud of myself. And then the one other girl in the meeting chats me and she's like, great job. Cause she knows I'm trying to work on it.
Wait, that's so
And
good.
she's like my mentor. I love her so much. And she's like, that was so good. Cause I was like, Gabby, I need to speak up more. And she's like, you got this. You just got to say something, spit it out. So I think my dare of the week is to, in every meeting I'm in, try and say something.
Yeah.
Try and say something.
That's a really great goal. I'm going to adopt that one as well. I love it.
My focus of the week is to unpack in my new apartment before I leave for a month.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I'm excited for that.
Okay, I'm going to say this focus of the week, but I don't know if I'll actually do it. I would love to sign up for a rover and go on a walk.
Yes.
With a
Ooh.
doggo.
Yes.
Love that for you. And with that,
So thank you so much for coming on.
Guys, thank you.
Did we
Come
take
back
your podcast virginity?
anytime.
You did. Bucket list checked.
Oh,
Love to see it.
This is fantastic.
Thank you all for listening, Sophia. We couldn't have asked for a better guest to come on. Second guest of the show on our sponsored episode.
This is so
in a
fun.
Boston bar that you've never been to before. So we're
Yes.
trying new things,
Mhm.
and now we're all going to come back here and we're going to have a great time all summer long.
I love
All summer
it.
long.
Do you want people to follow you or no?
Oh,
Sure.
heck yeah.
Why not?
Where can they find you, Soph?
Okay, you can find me on Instagram, Sophia Romeo _. And actually, don't even follow my Instagram. Follow my Twitter. I'm trying to be.
Ooh.
Twitter is.
It's on the rise. It's on the rise.
It's my
I don't
favorite.
even have Twitter. Should I get it?
Yeah.
I don't have it either.
It's my favorite. I want to be Twitter famous. Like that's
Okay.
my goal. And it's Soph DeLoaf on Twitter.
All right, we'll link it.
Yeah. Link it. It's kind of a burner account, but I think it's worthy of being followed.
Also, you guys haven't even like heard this part of Soph yet, but she's like a comedian.
Yeah, she's
like she
hilarious.
does stand up comedy. So you're gonna want to follow the Twitter because I can't even imagine what's on there. Thanks. Billy. Ciao.
Thanks for listening.
Ciao, Bellas.
Bye.